everyone. Today I'm going to be doing a couple of minor tutorials that people have been asking for. I'm going to start off with a health bar, like a HUD health bar that just pops up and stuff. So do this and HUD. Well, health bar HUD. So health bar HUD. There we go. And we will put down a couple of nodes here. And this is going to be max health. And current health. And to get those, it's fairly simple. What you're probably going to end up doing is making this microchip and putting it next to your health manager that you have in your controller sensor area, which is in a Puppet. If you open up here, I'll just show you. So we'll take out like Puppet, and then open up the logic, and it's right here. You'd use it in conjunction with this. I like to use this floating logic though for right now. So you open up the health manager, and you have the max health and the current health. So max health and current health, and then you take a calculator and you divide, current health by max health, and that way you get a 0 to 1 value. And then from here, what we're going to do is we're going to get a couple of text displayers. And we're going to do this. Well, we're going to do one for now. And most of this is up to preference, but what you want to do is turn off autofit. And then make it pretty small, and we'll make the border width a little bit smaller. And the color for this one, for the background, this is whatever color you want the no health to be. And then from here, this, you don't have to do this, it just makes it easier. You'll probably have to animate it a bit more if you don't do this. We're going to do this, and this, and this. That way we get a nice upper left corner position automatically for us. And you'll see why that's important later. And then we'll copy this, and then from here, what we're going to do is we're going to turn off the border and the border shadow, and then we're going to have it one sort order up from this one. So if you have other like display elements, this would be important. So you're going to have it one more than that one. And we're going to change the background to whatever color you want for having health. And that has a nice layered effect right here. As you can see, now it looks like we have health and a health bar. And then from here, what we're going to do is we're going to take a timeline and just to help us out here, because it's behind this, I'm not sure if there's a way to hide that or not. I haven't found one, unfortunately. We're gonna make this middle for now. just so it's easier to animate. And we'll have a keyframe. And we're going to make this from 0 to 10. And we'll have a keyframe at 10 seconds. And then we'll click on this and we'll just barely tap the trigger, the right trigger, in order to record the position of the length. And then we'll copy this frame and we'll put it pretty close to the very beginning. Not at the very beginning. You'll see why later. In a few seconds here, actually. And we're going to set we will set the blend type to linear. And then in here, we are going to shrink this down all the way. And you can see there's still a little bit left, and that's why we don't have it at all the way at the bottom of the timeline. So now we will make some room and put a keyframe at the very beginning, and we will edit that in a second here. What we need here is a button, and this will be our no health button, or almost no health. Just you have basically not enough to health to display any. And then we will by default have it off, and then animate and turn it on. And then from here we are going to drag this one as close as possible, even on top of it. Damn it. That way it's possible. There we go. Look at that. So you have as much time with the health being displayed. And then you're going to want to drag it all the way, and you'll hear a noise, like a little tick. And that'll tell you that it's as far back as it'll go. And from here we're going to want to keep this open because you can't access this from anywhere else in the timeline settings. We're going to drag this into the playhead. And now we're almost done. We are going to put down an AND gate, and we're also going to, there's two ways you can either do this. The easier way is to take a wireless receiver, and we're going to make it in scene, and we're going to make it disable HUD. This is so for if you're in a cutscene where like you have black bars displaying, or any other reason why you would want to disable the HUD, we can turn it off. So we are going to put down a NOT gate and plug it in, and then plug that into here and into here. And then we'll plug in another NOT gate into here and into here. And then we'll plug this into this. So now we have a health bar that you can turn off if you want, and it will interpolate between full and minimal. So if we play, oh, one last thing is sometimes you have to do this, and we're gonna move this back up. You have to input text, like a space, in order for it to actually display. So now we have health bar. Isn't that nice? Not sure why it's grabbable by the imp. Is there settings for that? No, there's not. I don't. It's probably because I'm in edit. So, in order to demonstrate this, we'll close it off, and we'll open the puppet logic, and I will drag it onto here, and plug in the relevant information. So max health and current health, and we'll get some fire from the Dreamiverse. Let's try to find something that might hurt us. Campfire. Not a lava cookie. Campfire. Fire. This looks good. Let's see if there is a health modifier already. Nope. We have to place one ourselves. And we will edit it so it is a zone and continuous. And we'll bring it down to 50. So when you do continuous, it doesn't do the whole amount. You'd expect it to do like 50 every second or something like that, but it's not like that. And don't know why they expect the cylinder to be like this. It should be like this by default. Not like that, but this. There we go, and we'll shrink it down. There we go. And then play. And go into the flames. There you go. Working health bar. Now you can also, if you want, change it so the green disappears faster. So in order to do that, you could do that. It'll smooth it out. So you'll lose more health, or it'll appear to be that way. So now we have so little health that it says we're dead, and then we go in and we immediately die. Alright. And one last thing we could do, just to appease everyone. It's like, I want a number of mine. Well, we can do that. We will get rid of that, and also get rid of any shadow. And we're going to move it up here, and we will set the priority or sort order to 3. The color doesn't really matter, and we will input this, which is the current health. There we go. Got a number display as well. 5 health left, 0 health. There we go. So that is how you make a health bar. Now, I have a few other tutorial requests that are also minor, so that is what this video is pretty much, is just a compilation of minor tutorial requests. So why don't we take a look at another thing people have been asking for, which is a coin counter and a timer. So that's actually quite easy. What we're going to do is we're going to make a variable called coins, And you can have this persist in your dream if you want. And if you're playing multiplayer, you can do that as well. We know you can't have negative coins, so we'll take this and turn it to 0. 1000 seems good for now. And we're gonna name it coins. And from here, what we're gonna do is we're gonna make a coin. Old gold coin. No, we just want one. There, this works. Alright. And what we'll do is we are going to make a microchip on it. And in this microchip, we are going to put a trigger zone that detects the player nearby. Make it a little bit bigger than that. And with this trigger zone, what we're going to do is we will have a destroyer, and we will have a variable modifier. And when we're detected, we will add 1 to the coin variable. And now we should be able to pick it up, but we don't have anything to display it. So we'll go into the puppet and we'll make HUD piece of logic. And in here, it'll be pretty small. This is just to sort it, because we're gonna have 2 in here, unless you want to put the health bar HUD in there as well. And we will make a coin HUD, coin display HUD, coins HUD, if that works. Oops. And let's do this. Yeah, that's pretty good. And what we'll have on here before we do anything else is you might want to have coins be your score in the game. So we can have a wireless receiver and do this scene end. Or it could be submit score if you want it to be done multiple times in one scene. And we'll have gameplay gear over here. And I think we have, let's see, a score modifier in here. Yes. And we'll also put down a score. And score increase, score decrease, post score. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our coin variable and, you know, I think you don't even need this system. You could actually just use the score modifier. So instead of the coins on that, what we're going to do is make score modifier in here, and I'm going to plug that in to this, and that will add 1 to the score. And now, what we're going to do is post score when the scene ends. And again, you can check this multiplayer if you want. And from here, what we're going to do is something pretty simple. It's really easy. Is we're going to have a number displayer, and we'll put this in the upper right corner. In fact, we could just have it do it for us. Oop, that's bottom. There's top. And you can customize this however you want, but all we have to do is plug in current score. And that should be it. And now we can make a bunch of coins. Alright, that's quite a bit of coins. But now we can collect a bunch of coins, and then when the scene is done, or when you win or you lose, you can submit that score. That's pretty easy. But we also have another request from the same person, and they wanted a counter display. So we will take another microchip, and we will do something for time. Let's do what color? Let's do white for time. And this is time display. So you can do this multiple ways, depending on what style you want. So we're going to do a few. And I'm going to take timer, and in here you can do, I think there's a way, timer pulse, timer output. I know there's a way to get a time score or something like that. I've done it before. Okay. Maybe a counter. No? Okay. Well, what we're gonna do is we can just do this. And this way, we're gonna output a timer going up and a timer going down, and then a traditional, like, Mario Brother timer. Because he wasn't very specific on what he wanted. And we'll copy this, and we'll do countdown. And then from here, what we can do is we will output the current time in seconds, and we can multiply by 60 and display. You know where I was thinking the time thing? It's in here. Yeah. So it's even easier than I thought it was. We just need to do this, current time into that, and then current time into that. So we got 1 minute and 25 seconds, and then 0 seconds. And then we want one that is a traditional one. So with that, you make this again. And we will output this to another number displayer and just do number. I believe that will give us what we want. Yes, it's pretty high up, but this is usually what we want. So there we go. A couple of time displays, And you can also use this as a score. So we're going to make another score variable, which would be in here. And we'll name this time score. And then again, we will take the same signal transmitter and output this to post score. And we will have a score modifier. And what we're going to do is have it as score time, or time score, and we'll set it, and I want it to be this one, because it's just a pure seconds output. And if we don't want decimal places, then what we can do is we can take that and we will round down. Yeah, I do put stuff on YouTube. That's actually what this is for. I'm recording this right now. So we will put this round down value into here, and now we won't have decimal places. So now we have two scores, and we're going to have this set to continuously. There we go. Where we have time score, and we also have coin score. We can play. So now we got a couple things on the HUD. We got a health bar. We got coin score. And we also have a time score. Also, I noticed that that smoothing that did, yeah, you should really do linear, because that was not very good. Alright, so I have one more request, and this one is something that a lot of people asked me to do molecule for, and they answered it, but they answered it in the weirdest way. They just put a hat on the dude, and I guess that means a lot of people didn't understand, or they didn't get it. So what we can do is, okay, you completely rigged a character from scratch, and this is the head, right? And you want to put this onto the puppet, so it animates correctly and everything like that. So what we're going to do is, first of all, we got to size him down a bit. And also, you need to make sure everything in your sculpt does not collide. And also, you don't really need to do this, but I like to. And you want to set it to have 0% density, and make sure it's not movable. Not movable. That's important. Same with your group, if you have an int group. And what we're going to do, here I'll turn on visual feedback, is we're going to hold down L1, press X, so now we are in the puppet, and you don't even need to manually group the head and the new head. You just scope it again. And let me just try to get this as good as possible. Put it in good position compared to the neck. Let me turn off precise move. Alright. Now you may be saying to yourself, but wait, this Sculpt is popping out. Oh, that's really easy to fix. Just open the properties and turn off visibility. There you go. So now it is perfectly rigged and moves with the puppet perfectly. So that was a bunch of miscellaneous tutorials that you guys wanted. They were all pretty quick and easy to do, so I decided to put it all into one video. And I will comment or reply to the guys and girls that wanted these tutorials. So, thank you for watching. Follow me on Twitch, NeOnThEcOdEr. That'll be in the description as well as my Twitter. So, I hope you all have a wonderful day. Bye.